name is Marietta Mehanni, and this week's Aqua tip is I'm going to show you an extended combination, because I know that this is really popular. Now we're starting off with one of my favorite moves, which is called the Big M Jack. So you lift the knees up and lift the knees in. Now, I've done this many times. The arms are a little bit different. We're going to do a reverse stroke. I call this a reverse stroke, the opposite of a breaststroke. So reverse stroke. And we're going to do this twice as fast. So we do the Big M Jack, but for every jump, I'm circling my arms in. Right? Got that? Got it. Okay. Then I give people the choice to lift their feet up so that they're doing the Big M Jack to the front of their body, but suspended. So it looks like this. In, out, together, wide, together, wide, together, wide, together, wide. Yeah? Then I tell people, if you want to, take it, that's right, behind you. So it looks like this. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. So we've done it behind you. And then, if they want to work even harder, they're going to do one to the front and one to the back, right? So in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. And that is way harder. Oh my God, listen to my heart rate. Okay, so let's go through the full sequence of what it looks like, and they're different levels. So touching the bottom is the easiest. That front and back is the hardest. All right, let's go through them again. So Big M Jack. The arms are key here because they help you when you are suspended. So one out, one together. The knees come up each time, right? And then, if you want to, you do it at the same tempo, but with your arms still circling in. And then, if you like, go to the back, wide, back. And you're still trying to pull your knees up. And then see if you can go front, wide, back, wide, front, wide, back, wide. Oh God. That is so good. It'll get the client's heart rate right up. It'll really challenge them, especially if they're trying to move to the same tempo that they were doing the Big M Jacks when they were touching the bottom. Listen to me. That's so good. I love it when my heart rate goes up that much. It really challenges your fitness. And again, it's not an exercise that you can do for a really long period of time. Fantastic cardio, lots of different options to be able to meet all of your clients' needs, and that is this week's Aqua tip. This is such a fantastic high intensity workout, but also you've got the option to give people so that they can choose what level they want to work at. For these exercises, I think the chair is the best thing to use for demonstrating with this, because you'll need to demonstrate the double circle arm action. And that's a little different from what you normally perhaps do with the Big M. Certainly it's different for me. So I'm going to sit down in the chair, grip the back of the chair so that you can demonstrate the leg action and lift your knees up high. Now, then you get the arms to go with you. So remember, it's a double circle action with every jump. So it's circle out and then circle again. So circle, 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 circle. The elbows need to stay lifted to the side. So make sure that you've got your own arms lifted to the side. And at that point, it's really about being able to keep the arms going with the legs. How high they're jumping up off the bottom of the pool will be just determined by their fitness level and their ability to move quickly. But I don't really make a big deal about how high you need to jump up out of the water. So it's all about more quickness, right? So it's in, out, in, out. So demonstrate the legs first, then add the arm actions, and then stop and explain that the elbows go out to the side. And that's key, because the rest of it is similar, but you just have your feet off the bottom. So for the second exercise where the legs are suspended in front, grip the back of the chair again, and so that you can lean back. So slide your hips slightly forwards, out, forwards, out, forwards, out, forwards. Now, clearly that's a little harder to demonstrate the arms with, but it depends on the depth of the chair. The more you slide forwards, the easier it is for you to demonstrate. But just remind your participants that you want them to have their shoulders above their hips, right? You don't want them reclining back too far. So again, we're going out, in. So it's a lot harder. Oof. And you could do it on the floor. So the option next is to get down. Now, if you've got a pool deck that's not really clean, get something that you can put underneath you. I love a plastic bag, and that's because it's waterproof and because it will slide underneath me if I want to shift myself around. Okay, so I'm going down to the floor, and this is where you have your hands behind you, and then you can add that arm action, in, out, in, out, in, one in, one out, one in, one out. So make sure you're straightening your legs, otherwise your arm circles get a little bit confused. Then you're going to say do exactly the same thing, but I want you to be lying forwards on your tummy. So here again, if you've got your plastic bag, put it underneath your feet, because then you can slide it. You'll need two, of course. You can slide it. Otherwise, you've just shown them how to do it upright. You've shown them how to do it on their tummy. You don't need to do, sitting. You don't need to do too many demonstrations here, but you're weight bearing on your hands. So you're going to push your legs out, you jump your legs out, bring your knees in, take your legs out. So it's more of a jumping action, out, back, and out. All right, that's how you'll demonstrate it. Demonstrate it side onto the class. I wouldn't demonstrate it facing the class, that's a little silly, but you could do it with your back to the class. But remember, they're going to be looking between your legs as you jump your feet apart. Now, who wants to show that part? Not me. So side on this way, side on that way. And remember, this is where you add the arms, which you can't demonstrate whilst you're demonstrating the legs in that position. It's not going to work, but the goal is that they remember from the previous two exercises. Then you say, all right, for those people who want to work even harder, and this is where your chair becomes really handy again, go, let's do one to the front, one to the back. So you've got one in, one out, tuck behind you, in, jump, out, in, then you go back to your chair, forwards, out, in, jump your legs back, jump your legs out, and then you can sit back and explain that you're still doing these double arm circles. Then if you want to just clarify but not have to keep demonstrating, show with your hands. Push your feet forwards, push your feet out, tuck under, push your feet together behind, and push your feet wide behind. So you can demonstrate in a few different ways. I do all of the above because it just helps different people who take in information differently understand the exercise. So yeah, it's a challenging one for your participants for sure, and it's a little bit challenging for us as instructors to demonstrate as well. And that is this week's Aqua Tip.